Hey there, so today we have another review, and this is a very special one. Thank you, Jeff, so much for this one. This is Lawson's Double Sunshine. So this was one of the original double IPAs that was being produced by Lawson's Finest Liquids, and this is one of the beers that got me into New England IPA. The beer that got me into craft beer was Bourbon County, but did a trip, I think it was like 2013, a while ago. Went to Vermont, got to grab some Heady Topper, got to grab some Hill Farmstead Abner, got to do Lawson's Double Sunshine, and I did a blind review of that. That was early on the channel. You can check that out. Very old. That was many years ago, and that was really fun. And Double Sunshine was just a very special beer. Arguably my favorite double IPA before I got introduced to Treehouse, and that's a whole other adventure and story there. So, but this is their double IPA. It is packed with juicy, lush fruit character, dank herbal aromas, thanks to U.S. grown hops. I believe it focuses on Citra, and yeah. So again, they've opened up a facility in Waitsfield, Vermont. So quite a while, he was brewing just out of like a tiny barrel, like a tiny system in his garage. And then obviously Sip of Sunshine and the Super Sessions were being brewed out of Two Roads. And then now you have Double Sunshine obviously being brewed in the new larger facility that he's expanded to. And this does not look remotely close to what the beer that I reviewed was. That beer was very light, very hazy. This one is a lot darker. Yeah, a lot darker, and it doesn't even have that much haze to it. It has like a medium haze to it. Doesn't even look like a New England IPA. It really looks more like a unfiltered West Coast maybe. And this was canned about a month ago as well. But fun can, and then that classic design's on there. But yeah, I remember that this beer coming in those bomber bottles, that like shiny white label with the gold foil on top. Man, those are some good memories. But it smells quite nice, yeah. If anything, to me, it exudes like Centennial. Yeah. It's got this like ripe citrus thing dancing in there. It's like tangerines and grapefruit, but not really like tropical, juicy like New England. Yeah, it's more in the vein of like a fruity West Coast. Light hint of cannabis and pine in there. And that sweet, it's like a sweet caramelized grapefruit peel. So there's that classic sea hop thing that I get. Cheers. Wow, okay. So it's slightly bitter up front, slightly piney. This is a bitter beer, wow. Okay, so this tastes nothing like New England IPA to me, wow. Here's like what my perception of the beer tasted like back then. No, I remember that reviewing that beer. I remember that beer being very, very fruity, super tropical, super like New Englandish. This really tastes like a West Coast double IPA. Yeah? It's bitter, piney, that sweet caramelized malt in the middle. I always remember that this beer was like a super pale version compared to Sip of Sunshine, which is a little bit more bold, bitter, a little bit more crystal malt sweetness on there. So if anything, I would have guessed that this was more of a Sip of Sunshine kind of beer, but instead it really tastes more like Sip of Sunshine than what I perceive Double Sunshine tastes like. Bitter, piney, grapefruity, dank, little sweetness in there, but man, it's a bitter beer. Like it's crazy that it's coming out of Lawson's Finest, like, one of the breweries that's known for New England IPA. This really tastes like West Coast IPA. Wow, this is bracingly bitter, huh? Quite nice though. Not as much caramel sweetness as classic West Coast IPA. Not as syrupy, really dry, bitter, piney, more of that kind of grapefruit pith. Just like classic kind of West Coast kind of flavors. Still quite tasty though. Just a little, I feel like it could use a little bit more sweetness to it, but this for me gets in West Coast, pretty tasty. Wow, dude, they don't want to taste like, it tastes like a Stone beer. It tastes like a Stone Ruination Double IPA or something. Wow, that's crazy. So strange, so strange. This year for me gets a 91. Dry, delicious West Coast style double IPA coming out of Lawson's Finest. One of the classic New England IPAs in my mind, but I guess that's not what's in this can. But who knows? You guys post in the comments below about if you know better about the evolution of these beers. I mean, even Heady Topper used to be a very hazy beer, and really that's not that hazy of a beer if you pour it out. It really looks a little bit more like this, right? Very interesting stuff. Post in the comments below if you guys are sort of veteran New England IPA drinkers, specifically to Vermont. What are your stories? How's the beer changed and everything? Until next time, cheers. Later.